obviously I'm driving in an unroadworthy condition, but
Masuk gas.
it's been a while since this space has been empty. It's been occupied by that blue car, and it just started raining as well. I mean, it's pouring in Cape Town, guys. It was pouring last night as well. That bumper I have no use for, that's going in the bin. But yeah, catch you guys, and we are on our way. Good morning, everyone. So obviously you guys know it is D-Day. I'm about to go drop the car off, and I'm really hoping I'm not gonna get pulled over for driving like this. But yeah, let's take a chance, I guess. It's just easier this way because I don't really have other parts, and I still need to get my fin off the car, of the other tailgate, but I'll probably struggle with that later. And worst case, if I'm not gonna worry with it, I'll just take the tailgate with a van just like that to the place. So yeah, I'll catch you guys inside the car, and let's get going. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the drive-by. I'm sorry for the bumper, but I didn't have any other place to put it. So at the moment I'm on my way to Sprayteq to drop the car off. So as you guys may have known, or if you're new to the channel, car was knocked. Did some of the things myself what I could. We got all the parts. So check back the previous episodes in the series and back to current moment. So I'm dropping the car off at Sprayteq, so we had a bit of back and forth just to get to kind of, what can I say, I basically cut their quote by a considerable amount because I sourced all the parts myself, and some things it wasn't necessary for them to do. So yeah, that's how I ended up with Sprayteq. Car's on its way there. It's gonna be there probably about for a week and a half to 2 weeks to be safe. But hopefully when the car comes back, majority of the stuff would, well, the car would basically be sorted out if everything goes my way the way I envision it. So there is some assemble work I'm gonna have to do myself when the car comes back, but that's because of me, because I am very pedantic, because I like a car must be clean and I don't like everybody must fiddle with the car. So certain things I will put back on the car myself, but whatever is important for them to do from a alignment perspective and things like that, they'll sort that out. I'm waiting on my taillights still. I'm hoping I would get that in this week and then go drop the taillights off on that side. And yeah, I'll catch you guys when I'm on that side. I'm not sure what's waiting for me there. I probably need to fill in paperwork and things like that as well. So yeah, stay tuned and I'll catch you guys on that side. So at the moment, the car is super loud inside, and that's why. As I mentioned in the previous video, it's a lot of the isolation. I think that was a term I used, insulation, that is out of the car, so it's quite loud.
We were sparks on quiet streets, two hearts finding where
skies. It is pouring.
Life pulled us apart, left me talking to the dark. If I called you tonight, would it feel the same? Or have we both moved on to different names?
Yes, I'm almost there now. I made it
To the start, before the quiet and the scars, when the world fell so
we're almost there. Okay, so I threw in enough fuel, and you guys see the mileage 297, 187. I would say by the time I get there, it's gonna be 297, 189. So the drone in the car, I'm gonna know. So yeah, that's all the lights are not working at the moment. That's everything at the back because there is no lights in at the moment. Let's got coffee quickly, and yeah, let's go. Okay, so we just pulled up here and we are safe. Didn't get pulled over, no fines. So that's why I was worried about getting pulled over, because that is immediately take your disc off. Anyway, we've made it. The next time I leave here with the car will have all its stuff. Okay, so I'm going inside now because I probably got a whole lot of paperwork to fill in. But I mean, from that angle, it doesn't look too shabby, eh? Doesn't look too shabby. Yeah, let's go inside. Okay, so this is what it looks like inside. See, they're busy there. There's a spray booth there from what I see, but the cars probably come this side when they're done. Well, already sprayed. And then I'm just coming to this side. This looks like where they prep. Nice and clean workshop. So I'll try and film as much as possible because I have asked the lady inside. She said it's fine, they'll keep me up to date. So I'll try to get as much in from a filming perspective as possible. The car's there, the car's booked in. I just had to literally sign 2 things. So we're getting there. Okay, this is basically just the final check. I've got nothing personal in this car other than the bellow. I removed most of my things while this car was standing anyway. Guys, nothing really major inside the car, so I'm not too phased. Remember guys, we put the lock nut there. So I did clean up as much as possible, obviously. Move on to the back. So I'll probably come drop the tailgate here later when I go to gym, or tomorrow, whatever the case may be. And yeah, I think from here now it's all systems go. There's nothing personal in the car. Everything is here that needs to be here. Like I mentioned to you guys, I'm just waiting on taillights. But yeah, that is the car ready to go. As I was curious, so this is the spray booth. So obviously all the spray work will get done in here. Very nice, very clean. I think I need one of those at home just to store my car inside. Yeah, very nice. Okay, so the guy that does the panel beating there, look at the car now. So they're recommending basically we just cut this whole section out. It's gonna align better, it's gonna fit better, and this here probably somewhere just above there and to the inside. So I'll probably try and source that today. Shouldn't be a problem to find anyway, but it's gonna be better just to cut this section out because everything is just gonna fit back together much better, and they'll just seam seal everything. So I'm not too phased about it because let's say this section was rusted anyway, that's how you would have fixed it. Cool, let's get panel hunting. Just listen to how nice this thing sounds. That sounds nice. I don't know what engine is in here, but it sounds lekker. Okay, I'm back home now. Well, been home, gonna leave now. So I'm taking my tailgate was. I did take the badges off. I basically just wanted to put my fin. I have no desire to do that, and then I still need to get a hold of someone. Well, I know I'm going to ask to help me cut the piece off, but he's not answering his phone. So yeah, let's go that way and see if we can get that rear panel cut off. So yeah, our weapon of choice, the van. So this car's parking against the wall now, but this is the car that we previously stripped. So we're gonna cut all of that off. It is afternoon now. The last time I saw you guys was this morning, so we're driving with the ass of a Golf 5 in the back. So the T1 is doing its thing. So the same car where I got the tailgate and a few panels inside the booth from. That guy basically sold the car to someone else, but I basically got the parts for the same price I would have paid the other one anyway. So we cut off the section, the back section of a Golf 5, and we cut more than what we needed for my car anyway. I got the free bumper stiffener as well, so I basically paid for a bumper stiffener because he wanted $1,000 for the whole back section, and I obviously took it. So I'm dropping this off at Sprayteq now because because it was their recommendation anyway to rather have this cut off from a different car so that everything just fits in one go. So we took the panel off as clean as possible so that the other guy could obviously still sell like the quarter panel and stuff like that, so we didn't hurt that car, if that makes sense. So I'm about to go drop this off now. This took probably about, I would say about three and a half hours, because like I said, we tried to work as neatly and as cleanly as possible. So hopefully this should be the last part that I would have needed for my car anyway. So I'll catch you guys when I'm at Sprayteq, which will probably be in the next 20 minutes, just driving till there now. And yeah, hopefully this is the last piece of the jigsaw. I'll catch you guys on that side. So the R32 is still there. We're gonna take the rear valance out now, and the tailgate stays as well. Like I said, the fin must come off. Let's put it here behind the car quickly. I just want to take a photo of it quickly. Just like this. So the idea is to fit this entire section onto my car, or rather what is needed, but probably to try and do this in one panel, one fit. That's why we took over enough meat than what we needed. So my stiffener, that part is lying to the back because that part is obviously bent, but this one is straight. So yeah, we'll take this one I guess, and that's a straight foot panel. Just a lot of work, but at least not my work.
Yeah,
Hey, what's your name, boss?
Manish.
Manish. So Manish is gonna try to take a fin off here quickly, then I'll just take the tailgate home with me. Everything's dropped off at Sprayteq. They're happy with the panel and the size of the panel, because obviously that is basically an entire back section. So the guys are struggling to get the fin off. I don't even know how to get the fin off, to be honest, but yeah, guess they'll figure it out. So I guess that's it for this episode. I didn't plan for everything that basically happened. My mindset was basically just I'm gonna go drop the car off, and yeah, I guess it became an episode anyway. So let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below, and if you're new here, welcome to the channel, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button because it helps us grow. And again, thanks to everyone that's been commenting, subscribing, and it's taken us over the 2,000 subscriber mark. So stay tuned for the next few episodes I guess, and let's see how all of this unfolds. So from the drive-by and the Tiguan I guess, we are over.